So can companies persuade us to buy better, buy more ethically? Of course they can, but they have to really avoid falling into two huge traps, and one of them is the trap of pretending that it's ethical, pretending that it's green, offering us something which has a green looking label or a kind of ethical stamp of approval of some kind, calling it fair trade, and actually that not being legitimate. And we can go some way towards that through kind of standards and standardization and approval processes that ensure that claims made by companies really do hold good. But the second real trap is to offer this little oasis of ethical consumption, and to pretend that that's the whole desert, and it isn't. We have here in one corner of my store an ethical product, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this ethical product here to test whether consumers really want it, and if they want it, that's great, I might get a bit more in, but I'm not going to change this whole practice. I'm not going to change this whole array of goods and services which have slavery down the line and child labour here and devastation of water supplies there, because this is my core business. So this little ethical claim here is fine as far as it goes, but unless it actually leads to the transformation of business, of supply chains, of ethical sourcing, of an understanding of the limits of consumption in relation to natural resources, then it's really inevitably nothing more than greenwash. You have to think in terms of whole supply chains, and you have to think in terms of changing and transforming those supply chains in ethical ways before companies can really have any legitimate claim to changing people's behaviour.